Hey YouTube, let's talk about this. This is the Radian Afterburner. I think you have to get it with the Ram. What? That's a cool name, Afterburner plus Ramjet. Well, what it is, it's a comp for a Glock, but due to how things work, they got to send you a new barrel. Apparently, it's a match grade barrel, and there you go. So what we have here is a drop-in comp for the Glock. So I can tell you, like based on observation, I haven't really used these a lot, but based on observations, I don't feel like these cause problems in a lot of student guns. I would say it's the most common drop-in comp that I see is this one. And the boys here, they were quite insistent that they pimp my Glock 47 with the Ramjet. So I was like, fuck it, why not? Why not? So I guess the question is, what does it do? How does it work? What do you think about it? Well, put up a slow-mo video of this gun being shot on Instagram. A couple guys said it looked about as flat as the Terran Tactical Comps 2011 that I was pissing around with the other day. I don't know about that. It didn't feel that flat to me, but the comp definitely makes a noticeable difference, I would say. Instead of my dot doing that in recoil, it does about half of it. About half of the movement. The gun gets louder, more violent a little bit. But aside from that, that's really the only changes in the properties. Oh, it spits out flame. Like depending on what load you're shooting, this hose shoots out flame, which I really appreciate. So what do I think about it? Well, as a package, as a drop-in deal, this one seems okay. Like it does make the gun more difficult to disassemble and clean. Fortunately, it's not really a thing I do a whole lot of with the Glocks, so it's not like it'd be a big deal. Inside of this packaging, come on, give it to me. It's got the bit in here somewhere. It comes with the correct Torx bit or whatever. You just unscrew the thing, take the comp off, install the barrel, put the comp on, screw the thingy back on there. And what guys tell me is that you don't need to use Loctite. I'm a little skeptical about that, but they say you don't need Loctite and it holds in place. Can tell you about 1,000 rounds of shooting. I don't really say testing, but I shot the one on mine for about 1,000 rounds. I don't really have a complaint about it. It is a comped Glock. Now, there's a few things that I don't like about this setup. First, changing the barrels. Now, obviously, we need a different barrel so you can have like a way to attach the comp. But these guns are mechanically very accurate, and the last thing I want to do is put a new barrel inside of this Glock. Like I just shoot factory ammo through mine. If I was shooting reloads, I might feel differently. But truthfully, the Gen 5 Glocks are mechanically very accurate. I don't want to change the barrel. So to me, it's a little bit of a downside that I have to change the barrel to put on the, you know what I understand you have to do that, but like I don't want a new barrel. So it's like basically in shooting this, I shot it at distance. You know, I was just like, is this as good as the factory barrel in terms of the accuracy? Because I really don't see how it could be better. And in shooting it, I'm like, maybe it's as good as a factory barrel. Like it's pretty close. If it's not, I didn't shoot a bunch of different loads and do extensive testing. But I just want to make sure like that this barrel is not, you know, a noticeable step down in terms of the mechanical accuracy of the pistol. Because like I said, like the mechanical accuracy on the Gen 5 Glocks is the selling point. Like these hose, they send it like right where you have the gun pointed. Sometimes that makes me a little sad when I don't have the gun pointed where I want, but usually it's okay. All right. The other thing I don't like, obviously, it's more work to disassemble the gun. Is it a lot more work? No. But do I like doing work? Not really. Not really. The other part of this, the price nerds, I think this is about $400. You can find it easily. I'm sure it can be had for less if you look around. So from a money perspective, a lot of you guys are very price focused, like, does this make sense money-wise? No, not at all. Is it like kind of fun and kind of cool or whatever? Like I would say so. And the other thing I would say is like, as a drop-in thing goes, I feel like this does what it's supposed to do, at least so far. Now, I'll have this installed on this gun for a while. I'm going to, over a long period of time, I'm sure I'll shoot a lot of rounds through that gun. So I'll get a really good look at it. But for now, like initial first impression is like, yes, it is a comp. It does comp things. Yeah, it's a lot of money for what you're getting. It's probably better to get a pistol comped like from the factory, just in terms of the economics of it, right? It'd have been better. Like, not that they maybe in 30 years they'll offer like this kind of thing from Glock, but like in theory, it would be better just if the gun came this way, you had the option to get it this way if you want, like a lot of manufacturers do. All that aside, like as a product, as a package, this seems okay. This seems like again, I this is the most common one I see. I see people shooting. It's like I don't see it really causing problems. Guys seem to like them, and then drop it into my gun, shoot it a little bit. It's like, yeah, it's it is a compensator. I can verify that. So, does it make your gun cooler? I think so. I mean, I do like comps in terms of being cool, shooting flames out the top. I like that. It's pretty sweet. But you could almost buy another Glock for that, and a lot of you guys would probably key in on that. So there it is. Probably in a long time in the future, I'll come back around and have some more specific things to say about this if anything pops up. Or maybe I'll say nothing. That's maybe the best endorsement is I put it on there and it's like, yeah, the gun's just comped and I never notice it again. That would be a good situation.